We are on the Country versus Metal podcast with Logan from the Low Water Bridge Band. How you doing, man?
Good man, how's it going? Good to talk to you.
Yeah, that good to talk to you again as well. This
Yeah,
this should be easy
I
because
think last time I saw you was when Winchester, when Taylor Honeycutt was playing at Brightbox. I think that was probably the last time I saw you.
nah, I don't think you remember the last time I saw you. I saw you at them Dirty
Yeah,
Roses.
that's right. Yeah, I barely
Yeah,
remember
yeah,
that.
that was a fun night. That was a
That
lot
was a
of
good
fun.
one.
Yeah,
Those guys throw down.
yeah, yeah. I just saw them recently. They amazing show. But yeah, speaking of Winchester, how about the Monument? That's
Oh man,
that was I was supposed to advertise some shows for them, and I went and just said they're all gone. And I
yeah, and it was weird. It happened a couple years before too, like the same time. So it was kind of weird timing. But yeah, I don't even know really what happened. Just
yeah
was there one day and it wasn't the next.
yeah. Apparently, from what I gathered, was an issue with the lease being renewed.
Yeah, I
But
there's a ton of rumors around here. I don't even know
yeah,
which one's real, which one's not, you know.
yeah. But that's a really cool music town.
Yeah, Winchester's great, man. We've got some really awesome fans here, some killer bands that come through here and that are from here. So there's always something going on.
Yeah, that's where I saw you guys at,
Right.
at the first time I saw
At
you.
the monument, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. That was I think that was that an album release thing or a New Year's thing?
it might have been an
It
album
was
release.
years ago.
Yeah, you're playing with 49 Winchester.
Oh, that was a Monoflow deal. Yeah.
Yeah,
They had a
that
yeah,
was.
Monoflow put that together.
That's right. Because
That was a
Jody.
fun show.
Yeah, because Jody was there. That was
Yeah.
yeah. I was right up, kind of like right up front. And I normally don't yell at artists, but I don't know if you remember. You're like, why can't I get sound on my rig? And I noticed your tuner pedal was on. And I
Yeah,
was
I
like,
do.
your tuner pedal, because every guitar player has done that, where you're like, what's
Oh
going on? And it's always
yeah.
yeah, you crank your
Yelling at the
amp up.
sound man.
Yeah, yeah,
Tell the sound guy, what's going on? Something broke.
yeah,
It was all me though.
yeah. That was fun. But now, like, man, people that watch this show and know me and watch the channel, they know how much I love Shane Smith and the Saints for like their sounds and their harmonies, and you guys are like right at that level too. I just,
Oh, cool.
dude, the sound, every like what there's what can't you do would be an easier question because it's amazing.
We don't even know. We're exploring all new sounds all the time, so we're trying to find that line, but we haven't yet.
Yeah, it's man, it's just it's all over the place and so, dude, the harmonies and like when I was reading, it's like your drummer produces and engineers everything. Is that
Yeah, yeah, yep. We record everything in his basement, and he produces, engineers, everything. So yeah, it's all Riley.
dude? That is amazing because it
Yeah,
sounds
he's pretty talented.
yeah, dude. It sounds like you pay thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for your mixes and your songs. And it's so good. I can't believe that those sounds come from a basement.
Yeah,
That's
it's kind of funny. Our first album we recorded in like a small little office in Winchester, um, and Riley ended up moving back to Berryville and got an awesome house with a great basement, and we've just been recording down there ever since. We try to do everything DIY. So when we heard Riley's first mixes, we were like, oh, that's a no-brainer. We'll just stick with this, you know? So yeah, like we try to keep everything in house, from art to recording. We try to do it all.
yeah, that's incredible. When I looked at the view credits on the song, I was like, whoa, that and
Yeah,
that's such a powerful thing to have where you can make
right.
great music at any time. You guys just have to get together.
Yeah, and we're at the point now where we're curious to see what it would sound like in like a regular studio. So we may record this next album in a different studio. We don't know yet. We're still trying to figure that out.
Yeah, that'd be very interesting to see if your sound changes.
Right. Yeah, it's one of the things we talk about. Like we don't want it to change too much. We want it to change just the right amount, like all of our other songs. We try not to make anything sound like something we've done before. So, I mean, so far I feel like we've done a pretty good job at that. But curious to see what like another producer would do.
Yeah, yeah. Now that you've done everything through the process that you have to see
Yeah,
the evolution of it, and if if it even would be for the better, would be.
yeah. Well, we talked about maybe recording somewhere and then having Riley mix everything, kind of the way that we normally would do.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I think that for him, like the most of it is just sitting down and getting the recordings together. It's very time consuming, doing multiple takes and um, so I don't know. We're still trying to figure it out.
Yeah, dude. I'm pretty sure it's on your first album, but that song "She Don't Answer"
Yeah, that's our second album. Yeah,
second album. Okay, that
yeah.
song is the cleanest, heaviest song I think I've ever heard. It's
I love that song, and that song doesn't get enough looks, and I'm kind of surprised. It's a pretty heavy, good beat song, so I'm surprised.
yeah. If anybody coming from a heavier side of music, and if they ask like, what's a good song to get into low water bridge band, that's definitely the one because it's got like this cool like dark feel to it, and Micah's on that too, right? The Southern Ghost.
Right. Yep. Yep.
Yeah,
Micah Howard. Yep.
yeah.
Yeah. It was funny. We when I first met him, it was the weekend I met him. He was coming up from Tennessee to hang out and play some music with us, and we just kind of sat down and wrote that song. And I think it was probably 3 years later we were like, let's just put it on a record, see what it sounds like if we start recording it. And it turned out to be like you said, one of our heavier tunes. And I love heavy metal. I love metal. I love all that stuff. So I was thrilled to kind of get to turn that into something a little heavier.
yeah, dude. And it's the clarity and the heaviness. It's very interesting to listen to because you're doing the whole
Right.
headbang into it, but there's no fuzz, there's no Marshall half stack in there. It just doesn't have like you know what I mean, like a distorted
Right.
feel to it. It's a really cool song. I'm
Yeah, it is. But when we play it live, we throw some heavy distortion on it, which we haven't played it live in a long time. But uh, usually it's a lot heavier on
yeah,
stage than it is in the album.
nice. So like when your set list, is that like an evolving thing, or is it just like it's in stone, or is it go?
No, I mean it's it kind of depends on how we're feeling. Riley pretty much sets the set list together, but if we're feeling it, we kind of just feed off of each other. If we're in the middle of a set and we finish a song, and the next song is something a little slower than what we want to do, we'll just all turn around and just be like, let's do Sorry Man's Waltz or something, and we're all on the same page. We all can adapt really well. So, yes and no. We like to deviate, but a lot of our songs have good segues between. So, when we do kind of change things up, we always try to, on the fly, do some new segues, and sometimes that turns into our set list. But it's always something different every time.
Yeah, that's nice because a lot of people they'll follow the band for 3 shows, and it's cool to hear
Yeah,
a different show every time.
yeah. Not only that, but we've got 35 songs I think now, originals. So we want to make it more interesting for us while we're playing too. Keep up on all our songs, and it
Yeah,
always sucks because we'll be done. We'll be like, oh man, we didn't play this song, or we didn't play this one. We really wanted to play that one. It's it's forever one of those things that we wish we played more songs. So
yeah,
we like to switch it up every night.
yeah. Now, is there a song that for some reason you always forget the lyrics to?
It depends. There's like little spurts. I'll have times where like one week or a handful of shows, I'll screw up lyrics on one song, and I'll be so in my head about it that after that few times, I'll never do it again. But I'll move on to the next song to screw the lyrics up on. So
Yeah.
it changes. It
Yeah.
changes.
Yeah. It's funny. I was just see people were having opinions on like the floor monitors to have the lyrics. I'm like, man, sometimes it's a great tool. It's a tool, and
Yeah.
it's, especially when you get super lost, you just
Oh yeah.
sometimes, you know.
Yeah. Sometimes, especially if it's a newer song that you're trying to play live, but you're thinking about other things. Um, Playing guitar and thinking about lyrics and thinking about singing. Yeah, I haven't used one of those floor monitors, but I see why people would. And it's good for having talking points too.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, especially when you're the front man, you have to
hmm you
entertain
got to
them.
talk to everybody.
Yeah,
And most of the time, you're not getting any feedback or anybody talking back to you. So, you know,
yeah,
it's good to find those jokes that work and hold on to them, but it's always hard to remember them
yeah,
while you're up there. So,
yeah, definitely. It's you have to be an entertainer on a bunch of different levels
yeah,
when you're just standing there
you're
with that
more than
mic.
just a singer. Yeah.
And is there anybody else in the band you can rely on to help?
Yeah, so Alex, he's the other singer in our band, um, and Riley also. If if one of us screws up something, the other one of us will know what's going on and kind of like what to. We'll sing the other person's part or step in and help out. And it usually works out. We try to make it work out to where the audience doesn't realize, but we'll always laugh about it at the end of the show. Like, remember that time in that song where I screwed up? Thank you for jumping in.
Yeah,
So it's always something like that happening.
yeah, that's
Like I said, we're always all in tune. We're all really in tune with each other.
yeah. As a musician, I don't know why, but like a lot of we love seeing that stuff. We're like,
Yeah,
oh
it's funny. The imperfections are like the best things.
yeah,
you know?
yeah. When like, oh, that dude does not have his capo on the right fret because
Yep.
I've been
Which
doing
that happens to me a lot.
yeah,
I do that quite a bit.
yeah. I, I'm guilty of that as well because the guy I play with, he's a half step off, a half step down from me. So I'll look over and I'll go, oh,
Uh,
and as soon as I started playing, I'm like, oh, and then you
yeah.
gotta look at him like he did it. you know,
Usually when that happens, I know it's me, and I'll try to weasel my way into the right capo position. I feel like I've gotten pretty decent at switching it up after we've already started,
yeah.
but it's not something I like doing.
Yeah, that was the one thing that would just melted my mind coming from you don't use capos when you play heavy music and
Right. Yeah.
with country and all that, and it's just especially if one guy's in E flat and I'm in standard or somebody's in C, it's just I feel like a computer trying to transpose
Yeah.
everything, but once you
I'm not great at the theory of things. I don't know theory as much as I'd like to. I know the basics. Can just kind of hear it and know if it's right or wrong.
yeah
So ignorance is bliss for me, honestly.
yeah I'm like halfway down the line, but like they say, like your brain is wired to like the notes in the order they should go. Like especially the
Yeah,
major scale. It's just
sure.
how we're built, and that's all that neurological side of music always fascinated me. Of because there are people that they know nothing about music. They don't know.
Right.
I mean, up until recently, like of course I knew like what the string notes were, but past that, I had no idea. And
Yeah.
you know,
It's all about hearing it.
yeah, and well, my one friend sat me down. He was like, "Don't take this the wrong way, but if you want to progress, he's like, you're going to get some like professional musicians, and they're going to be like, they're going to find you ignorant of your instrument." I'm like, "Well, okay," and I just sat down with a couple tab books and was like, "Oh, all right," and then you find out like pretty much everything just based off the major scale. You just
Yeah.
plus or
You kind of
minus
find
stuff.
the patterns.
Yeah,
Yeah. Everything's a pattern,
yeah,
really.
yeah. Thank God, because it's so much easier to see shapes than the ad for me.
Oh, big time.
Yeah,
But luckily for me, I've got 5 other guys that know all the things about everything.
yeah,
So if I'm stuck on something, I'll be like, all right, explain this to me like I'm 5, and they're usually pretty good at it.
yeah, dude. So
Especially Rudy. We've got a guy that plays the fiddles, the keys, trumpet. We haven't found an instrument he doesn't know how to play. He plays the accordion on "Drinking About You." Rudy, we call him the rudest dude. He's always one that knows everything about what we're doing as far as like the theory of everything. So if we're
yeah.
ever stuck, we're just like, Rudy, help us out, man. So he's like our lifeline.
How did you guys all meet? Like,
Let me see. I've known Riley since we went to 4-H camp together when we were in high school or middle school, high school. Alex, who's Riley's brother, is married to my cousin, so I've known him for quite a bit. I met James um, a few years ago. I went turkey hunting in Tennessee and met James in the woods randomly. Um, and turns out he's from back home, so we kind of linked up there. Um, Justin, he was the only pedal steel player that we knew in the area, so we pretty much cornered him at a festival one time. And we saw him and we're like, dude, come practice with us, come hang out. He showed up the next practice and that was it. He was in the band. And then Rudy, we've Alex and Riley and Justin, I think James had known of Rudy for a long time, and we had made some lineup changes, and we were looking for someone that could play, you know, keys, fiddle, kind of whatever. And everybody was like, I know just the guy, and he's been our Swiss Army knife ever since. So, but yeah, I mean, we all just vibe really well. So it feels like we've all known each other for a lot longer than we have.
yeah. Now, how did the sound come about? Just from jamming, or
Yeah, I mean, I kind of wrote some songs and showed them to Alex, and he and I got together, wrote some songs together, and then Alex was like, "Well, my brother Riley records," and I was like, "Yeah, I know Riley. Let's see if he wants to record a couple songs." And he took them and did his own thing to it, and we kind of were like, we have this vibe in our mind of what we want to do, and I think it's just a mix of all of our musical backgrounds and musical, what we grew up listening to, all kind of mixed together with this Appalachia rock country thing that's been going on. We've, found ourselves a little niche we can sit in.
yeah?
And I don't know, it just kind of happened.
It's just it's just wild to me because man, I I can't speak highly enough of just how great that your music is. And I seen you
Thank
live,
you.
and
It's awesome.
it transcends into the live show as well. And I'm glad to see you guys getting put on like bigger bills, and you're doing Mile Zero again.
Yeah, yep, yeah. I mean, that's what we've been working on the past couple of years. Is bigger, 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 growing, growing, growing. And um, I think this year coming up is going to be a good year for us. We've been working real hard, and I think everybody's been kind of seeing it. So
Yeah,
we're hopefully going to be joining some tours and doing a lot bigger things than we did in 2025.
yeah, that's great to hear. And your music is definitely just people. It just needs to be put in front of people, and that it'd be like,
Right.
dude, what is this? This is it's definitely the sound of, if you like that sound, you're gonna just download and type Low Water Bridge Band tour and have to find a show because
Yeah.
you guys are doing. I can't think of anybody that sounds like you guys. It's definitely super
And
original.
that's kind of what we're going for.
Yeah,
Try not to sound like anybody else. Um,
dude. Yeah,
it's been hard, but it's been kind of easy at the same time.
yeah, yeah. It's so much will be going on with your songs, and next thing you know, like a trumpet solo. There's a horn solo. You're like, what? It's
Yeah.
really cool. Like,
Expect the unexpected.
yeah. What am I thinking? Starlit Caravan. Where it's
Yeah.
what isn't on that song, and then like some of the
Right.
yeah, some of the percussion. It'd be like, bongos or congos. Just exotic percussion, and it's just like, man, and it blends so well. It's like just so many layers, and I love music like that where you can just have it all, just you can analyze it, and just
Right.
every time every time you can listen to one of your songs, you can hear it in a different way many times over.
Right. Yeah. That's a great compliment. Thank you. Yeah, it's we're just having fun with it,
Yeah,
honestly. And if we're not afraid to try something new. So, and believe us, we've tried it all.
yeah.
Some have been thumbs up and some have been thumbs down. So we're gonna try. We're gonna push those boundaries. We're gonna continue to do that. So
Now, you gonna have enough room in the trailer for all the instruments?
yeah, we're we Rudy built his own keyboard rig. I don't even know how he did it, but it's made out of some like thin plywood and a bunch of guts from a bunch of different keyboards. So he's kind of shrunken everything down as much as he can. We've pretty much gone ampless. We're just doing in-ears. So I've dropped my amp. I'm using a DI with my electric guitar, and it's still sounding pretty cool. So we're starting to drop stuff actually.
Yeah, yeah. That's in ears. In ears is so. I've always been trying to get people, just like
Yeah.
you said, it that, and it saves your voice and your hearing.
Inner ears, yeah. I mean, if I couldn't recommend in ears enough. We battled for a long time, deciding if we wanted to do in ears, because it's a huge upfront cost. But and it took us maybe two practices for all of us to be like, this is way better than not having them. I mean, like you said, it saves your ears, your voice. It's made our playing way tighter. It's made our harmonies way tighter. It's just we can hear everything the way we want to hear it. And honestly, it saves stage sound too, so the sound guy's not fighting over our monitors. So
Yeah,
it's been an overall good move for us. If you're on the fence about in ears, go for it.
yeah.
Definitely do it.
And then you can run a splitter snake and have your
Yeah,
own. You have your sound 100% of the time, so you're not, because
yeah,
that can get in the back of your head when you're not satisfied with your sound. That's that's not a good thing when you're a band, when you're just sitting there like, oh, well, I guess it is what it is. But man, when you get
yeah,
the in ears,
yeah.
you're
And honestly, like it's when you do your sound checks and you're getting your monitor set up, it sounds way different when you're doing your sound check than when the room is full of people. Like it sounds so you're kind of lost, you know. But with
yeah,
the in ears, you've got that same mix you had at practice. You know, it's clean and it's great. Only one thing I do miss though is the crowd interaction. I don't really hear the crowd that well. So I'll make like a joke and I'm like, this is a really funny joke and it's gonna kill. And I'll say it and I don't hear anything. But I'll say something to somebody later on and they'll be like, oh yeah, people were laughing at it. I just kind of miss that thing, you know?
yeah, yeah. I'm surprised they don't have like in ears that do like what AirPods do, where it can bump it down, where you can
Yeah.
have like an open back headphones kind of deal. Where
Yeah, they have started making those, but they're super expensive.
yeah,
And
it's
yeah, I'll get there one day,
yeah,
but they're real expensive.
yeah. Well, that's cool. I have to look into that. I haven't seen, because I've always wondered like why, because the technology is definitely there.
Yeah, they're called passive in-ears.
Passive in ears. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, yeah.
But
We're
yeah,
always trying to, when it comes to music, we're always trying different things. But when it comes to gear, we're also trying to, because that's where a new sound could come from.
yeah,
So we're always trying something out.
yeah. It's because I was wondering if you were like a purist, because that's how the recordings come through, of where it's just, it sounds like, what you hear is what you get. There's no trickery, there's no nothing. It sounds like the instruments are being played like
Yeah,
I always say it on every podcast, and it's so weird. It sounds real, you know what I mean? Like that, organic, and it just has that
yeah,
feel to it, and it's it's good. And I don't understand why the industry pushes all the other stuff that just sounds so fake and compressed, and there's no peaks and valleys. I
yeah. It's, I don't know. It's just, maybe it's just so, uh, it's easy listening, I guess, you
Yeah,
know?
you know, it's a shame because like, man, music's hard, you know, and you guys are making really good music, and you guys should be the ones getting rewarded for it, you know, because
Yeah.
you doing the grinding and whatnot, and you're doing what nobody else is really doing, and it's just it's good. And I've met you a bunch of times. You're a good dude too. So I really
Thank you.
hope.
Yeah. Well, I was listening to your podcast with Taylor Honeycutt the other day, and she said it right. It's a 10-year game, no matter what, how good you are or how cool you are or any of that stuff. Like it seems to be a 10-year every. If you can make it 10 years, you're going to make it.
Yeah,
Um, and it's not easy. The touring thing is not easy to do. You don't have if you're used to having schedules, you don't have that other than like load in, sound check, playtime, load out. That's your only schedule, and it changes every night. So um, yeah, it's rough,
yeah. See, I was so excited
but
when you.
we're gonna keep trucking. We're gonna
Yeah.
keep trucking, putting our sound out there. So
Well, I'm glad to hear that. But yeah, I was so excited when you stopped me, and you're like, you told me you were like, dude, we got a song with Taylor coming out. I was like, oh, that's a great song.
yeah, thank you. Yeah, I had that song. I wrote that song a long, long time ago, and we were trying to find the right place to put it. And Taylor and the boys were in town, and we were just started recording it. Like I think I had just laid down my guitar parts and my scratch vocals, and they were in town, so we went and hung out with them. And on the way back, I looked at Riley. I was like, "What if we had Taylor on that song?" Because I've been wanting to do a duet with a female lead and me leading as well. And Alex also wanted to do one too. So um, it just kind of worked out. Timing, it was one of those things that was kind of felt like it was meant to happen.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad it did because that's a
Yeah,
great song.
thank you.
And yeah,
It was
she's.
fun recording with those guys too. They're fun to hang out
Oh yeah, yeah.
with.
That's.
I thought we were a tall band, but they're a tall band.
Oh, dude, I'm 6'1", and like when Bucky's dad walked in, I was like, that's it. That's it. Everybody sit
Yeah.
down. It's like all night you're just staring at the ceiling trying to talk to him. And man,
Your neck hurts the next day.
yeah, yeah. Dude, you ain't lying. The first time I hung out with him, I was like, "Oh my god." I I feel short. And normally,
Yeah.
around my family I feel short, but not like that. I was just like, "Wow, man, that's funny." It's
Yeah. Well, James and I are both 6'3", so it's
yeah.
very rare that we find, we play with bands that, they're taller than us, all of them.
Yeah.
So it's funny.
Yeah, I had my uncle. My, I'm out here in Philly, and he's a huge Eagles fan, and my sister's boyfriend is a Cowboys fan. And my
Hmm.
uncle just jokingly said, if you're gonna wear that, you have to leave." And my uncle's 6'6", and my sister's boyfriend stood up, and was looking eye to eye, and he goes, "Well, that doesn't happen too often." And he was just like, "Man," he's like, "I'm just joking, because I knew he
Kidding
didn't
around.
know that." I was like, "Yeah,"
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah, he's 6'6" too." But yeah, they definitely are a tall band, and I always feel
Yeah.
like it. I bring it up every time, and I'm like, "Man, I always feel like that guy." I'm like, they know. Yeah,
Yeah, I think they do now.
yeah, yeah. That was prior to them. That's the last time I'd seen you when at their
Yeah.
show.
Oh, yeah.
That was at the Bright
Yep.
Box. That
I think that was another monoflow thing.
yeah, yeah, it was. Yeah, because yeah, Jody was there. Yep.
Yeah.
Now, do you do a lot of stuff for them? Because that just seems like in that area.
Um, yeah, I think they like to bring in a lot of like out, not local stuff. We have a lot of local, awesome local music here, and I think they like to bring in, you know, places that you wouldn't, bands you wouldn't normally hear that don't
Yeah,
normally come through the area. But I mean, we've played a few shows with them. We did 49. We opened for 49 for them. That was a lot of fun. But yeah, they're good folks. They put together a really good party and bring a lot of really good acts to town. So yeah, we're fortunate to know those guys.
Yeah. Yeah. It's at 49 Winchester show. That was sold out. And it was funny. They were like, what, if they ask, you got to say you're the drummer's plus one, your guys' drummer. I think it was, I had to say. I was like, okay. Cause yeah, that was a cool show. That was the first time I met, Jay Kahn too. He was there.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I,
That's our little brother. Yeah, man, he's cool.
yeah, dude, from talking to him, I didn't know who he was. Then to listen to him, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, we
It's,
discovered him like I want to say like 3 years ago or something. He had covered one of our songs. His dad and I are the same age. That makes me feel really old. But we after I met them, they're big time hunters, and I like to hunt. They're hunters, trappers. They like to do all that stuff. So me and his dad got to talking about Jake, and he covered one of our songs, crossing lines about deer hunting or turkey hunting somebody else's property. We don't have permission to hunt it. He covered that, and it looked this little kid singing this song I wrote with this man's voice, and we were all just like, "Whoa, let's have him at the next show." And yeah, he blew us all away.
yeah. Yeah. He's done a lot of cool things lately as well.
Yeah, the Opry. He's done a lot of really good shows. We just
Yeah.
went on tour with him back September and October, and we did like a East Coast semi Midwest run. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Man, I always have something to do when bands come up this way. Cause I remember, would you guys play, the Milk Boy?
Yeah, we played Milk Boy. Yeah,
How
those
I don't,
stairs, man.
dude, did I send you a message about the warning about those stairs? Did I,
You might have.
cause
There was a couple of venues on that run that was all stairs.
yeah, I tell people, I'm like, listen, I'm not being rude. You're not bringing everything on stage you normally bring. Just pick and
Right.
choose. Go walk. Go find out where you're loading it. Oh my God, it was terrible. You know, there's nothing they can do about it. Like if you
Right. Yeah.
if you're in a wheelchair, you can't see a show there because
Right.
there's no access. And
Right.
we didn't know, and I'm like, nope, I'm not bringing that. Nope, you know, nope.
Yeah, I think we ditched our in-ears for that show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
anytime I see people, because if you don't know,
Yeah.
yeah, that's
There's another one that's all stairs down in Atlanta. Which venue was that? Smith's Old Bar. We played that, and man, it's like 2 stories, 3 stories up with no halfway landing. So
oh God,
you're just hitting steps the whole way. There's not even like a rest point. And it's outside, so it was hot as hell when we played. They had a outside elevator, but it was conveniently broken.
yeah, that's
So, uh-oh, lost my camera there.
very good. But yeah, man, it's so you say you got a tour announcement coming tomorrow, right?
Yeah, yeah, we're announcing our Cosmic Shores tour. We're playing down to Key West for Mile Zero Fest. We're hitting Winchester, Virginia on January 17th, Dunn, North Carolina, January 23rd. Then we'll be Charleston Poorhouse on the 24th, and then we'll be at the Earl in Atlanta on the 25th. Then we'll be Key West on the 28th and 29th, and then we'll be in Melbourne, Florida on the 30th, and then Orlando on the 31st, and then we're gonna hightail it back home.
There you go. And this is your second Mile Zero, right?
Yeah, yeah, this is our second one, and man, it's been a total blast. Mile Zero is awesome.
Yeah,
We cannot wait to go back.
yeah. I'm going back this year, and the first time it's like being a first timer. It's so overwhelming at first
Right.
because if you don't know, you don't know. And I had a lot of great advice, but even with the great advice, you're just everywhere you look is music, is artist, is and then you start meeting the people, and the people are
People are
great.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
I've been to a couple of festivals now, but like Mile Zero, like I'll see them everywhere from, and,
Yeah.
and they're all super nice, and it has a really cool like family feel to it. Like once you get established with meeting just a couple of people, and you
Yeah.
see them everywhere, it's a really cool communal thing that
And they're very like talkative on our engaging on our posts and stuff. That's what we love. We love meeting fans that when we leave, we still feel like we're hanging out with them. You know, like we'll
yeah
make a post about something, and we just love it when we know who you are when you're responding to us from Key West. Like, oh yeah, that's that guy from Key West we were hanging out with. And we love that stuff.
yeah. I tell people, and they're like, "Oh, how do you get to meet so many artists?" I said, you don't need a big TikTok or a big social media following. Just go to Mile Zero. Like you just walking
Yeah,
down.
seriously.
Yeah, and they're like, that's how like I just remember meeting Stony LaRue, and he had this very nice guy, but he had no idea what I was talking about. Like, cause I guess he's not big into social media. He's like, so what do you do?
Yeah.
I'm like I try to get more
Because
people
there's
to,
metal dude.
yeah. I try to get more people to listen to your music and that kind of music because up in the Northeast, people don't know about it. And the people that I do
Yeah.
introduce it to, they end up loving it, which is great because, the more fans up here, the more the bands come down
Yeah.
because normally I have to drive to Winchester to see these
Yeah.
groups.
Well, honestly, I mean, I see the hunger for our style of music up in the Northeast. So we're focusing a lot on these regional runs, and we're hitting the Northeast pretty hard coming up this year.
Nice.
Um, Philly's was a fun place to play. Pittsburgh has been a blast. New York City's awesome. We're and every time we go there, we're meeting new people that are really into it.
Yeah,
So we're gonna keep coming back and we're gonna wear our welcome out for sure.
good. It's nice. But yeah, it's funny. Like, and then I feel like selfish because I know like Claudio from
Yeah,
Trex. I'm like,
Trazini.
yeah,
Yeah,
he's Italian. And I'm like, well, I don't have it as bad as him, so I can't complain too much. But
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. That's funny.
it, yeah,
He I just sent him a vinyl. That was my first time sending a vinyl to Italy.
nice.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's funny. Like Steve and I were talking one year. We should do like a country verse metal awards, and I love how
You
he
should,
had.
man.
I was really thinking about it because I tried to watch the CMAs. I couldn't do it, but
Yeah,
I was like, man, I should do that. But I hate picking favorites. But I did like
it's
seeing.
hard to do.
Yeah, I did like seeing his. Because mine would look a lot like his.
Yeah. Well, I didn't even know he did those.
Yeah, you
And
won.
we got yeah,
Oh
we
well,
got second for album of the year and third best duet, which was cool. I sent it to the guys in our band chat, and they were all like, "Oh, we got a Trexie."
I love that. I love how music can end up over there because
Yeah, and
it,
I mean, honestly, speaking selfishly for myself as an artist, we love seeing that stuff because there's highs and lows with this, and it's not always on. It seems that way from social media. That's just how social media is. But there's times where we're not playing for a couple weeks, and to see, we get an award from somebody, it means so much to us.
yeah,
So it's kind of just, a great morale boost when things are slow, especially in the winter time. Like winter shows are pretty slow around here.
yeah,
So it was a cool little pick me up for all of us to see that.
nice. Yeah, because I've never met him, but you can just tell through his Facebook and everything. Like he loves music, and I
Oh
just
my God, yeah,
I just love how he's just spreading, doing exactly what
yeah,
I'm doing in
yeah.
in the old country.
In Italy too, yeah,
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 it's amazing that you know, the power of the internet, it can be terrible, but I think the good outweighs that, and
Yeah,
it's great that your message gets heard across the
yeah.
globe. It's amazing.
Well, yeah, the internet's been great for our reach. Obviously, it would be way harder, you know, 10, 20 years ago to do what we're doing. And I mean, because of it, you see this huge influx and great, not just country music, just in every genre, you're seeing a, explosion of awesome talent. So
Yeah,
I think it's been a good thing, but, kind of a bad thing too.
yeah. Because man, I know other bands and stuff that, like when a venue they want to put you on, they want to know your numbers, and it's like if you're dude, social media is hard. It's stressful,
Yeah.
especially if you're a numbers guy. It's another thing to obsess about, and it's just like
Yep.
you're like, man, like I don't focus on that. Like I write songs. I write songs and I put on a great live performance. That used to be how
Yeah.
word of mouth.
Nowadays, you got to be a good songwriter, a good musician, a public speaker, a mechanic, a t-shirt salesman, social media monitor. It's like
Yeah,
it's a full-time job, really, kind of doing all of this.
yeah, 100%. It's funny when like people think this is like what I do. I'm like, no, I work during the day every day, and I come home and I do this. I edit stuff and I listen to
Yeah.
music, which has been weird because I keep getting violations doing songs, and it's just like, man, that's like what I used to do, and
Yeah.
it sucks because I've heard so many good songs. Like I've like 400 drafts that I can't get past the uh
Oh, it's
the
terrible.
copyright thing,
That
and
sucks.
yeah, and I feel bad because like bands will send me, hey man, I got a new single coming out, and I'll listen to it. I'm like, hey, this is great, and it's just like I can't put it out like I used to. Can I hate picking and choosing what, and it's like I have to pick when I'm talking over it to kind of trick the algorithm, and it's just like
Yeah.
it takes away from the song. And as a musician, you know what I mean? If someone has like a really great guitar solo and I just skip over it, I'd be like, come on, man, like
Yeah. That. Yeah. It's and we've done stuff like promoting the new album. I've made posts with our songs dubbed over it, and it gets flagged because of copyright stuff. And I'm
yeah,
like, it's my song, and like I'll fight it and we'll win, but at that point, it's already past.
yeah,
It's not going to hit the algorithm at that point.
yeah,
So that's something that we've been battling. As far as I mean, that's happened like 90% of the time I've tried to do something with this album, as far as promoting it on socials, and it just makes it so much more difficult.
yeah, dude, 100.
So.
percent I've been dealing with that. I think there's a way though, because I had an issue with one song. I talked to a manager, and he said, "I'll take care of it." Next thing you know, I was able to, I was able to put it out. I would love to have
Yeah.
known what he did. I was hoping to see him this Saturday, but they canceled, they rescheduled the show. So
Huh.
I have to ask him down the line. But
Yeah. Sorry, I'm my tripod battery died and trying to set up another.
it's,
That's
it's
what
always
that's what happened.
it's always something, man.
Yeah, dude.
Especially a live show when you're like, well, where do all our cables go?
I
Like,
swear that I had it charged up and everything.
oh, there's always something. A lot of the times it'll be they'll forget to plug their phone in, and it'll just die,
Yeah.
and they'll just go, and then I'll just
Yeah.
sit
There
here
we
and
go.
wait for them to recharge it a little bit and come back on and be like, my bad. But that's funny. Yeah, it's so
Well, yeah, I made sure my phone was charged. I didn't check anything else. So.
yeah. Oh, dude, as a true musician fashion, something is going to break, something's going to go wrong. Like Spinal
Just gotta
Tap.
roll with it.
People say like Spinal Tap. It's just a comedy. It's fiction. I'm like, no, that stuff happens all the
Oh
time.
shit.
That
See
stuff
what I'm
happens
saying?
all the time.
Yeah, it's part of it. It's part of this whole thing.
Yeah,
See,
like
we're all normal humans too.
Yeah, that's funny.
There we go.
It's always something because I've been in one of those bands like that
Yeah.
where, especially if one little piece of the system changes, because like
Throws everything off.
yeah, because I'm left-handed. I am not allowed to wrap cables. You will know. You will know a cable that's been wrapped by me because it's never going to be the same ever again. And
You got to get those left-handed cables.
yeah, yeah. Oh man. And if somebody new or man, as much as I love when people help pack up, it's like man, there's a system and there's
Yeah.
knowing
We've
knowing what
done this hundreds of times. We know exactly, you
yeah,
know.
and you feel bad when you're like declining help, but you're just like no, like we know how it goes in the
Yeah.
cases, we know how to put the cases in. There's a system, and I've
There's an
always
order,
yeah, because
especially if they're hammered and they're trying to help. We really appreciate it. It'd probably go quicker if we just did it real fast.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
But yeah, it's always a hard no thanks.
yeah. And I will let people know if you do want to help the band, stand by the trailer and make sure no one steals
Yeah.
anything, because it's
Yeah.
always when you're in a sketchy area and you have to put that trailer door up, lock it, and
Yep.
go back in. Yeah, if you have a trusted fan, that is so much easier.
Yeah. It's a good idea actually, because we've been in some really weird places that we're like, I don't know if it's a good idea to leave this thing wide open like this.
Yeah,
That's a good idea.
yeah. One of the Texas bands came out here, and they're like, "Are we going to be okay with the trailer door down while we load in it?" I'm like, "No." I said, "I will stand here." I said, "You guys know me. I will stand here. I'll make sure nobody that I don't know comes in here." Because yeah,
Yeah.
because there was definitely no way I was carrying anything at that show because I was treating it like my birthday, and
Yeah.
so
Tied a couple on,
yeah, yeah. Well, we've hung out before.
huh?
That's probably what's gonna happen at mile zero too. Well,
Yeah,
that's
it's going to happen at mile zero. Yeah.
yeah,
This is your
100%.
first one?
Nah, this is my second one.
Okay. Did you go last year?
No, no. Man, I can't remember when I went. I went when man, Red Clay Strays was there.
Hmm.
Muscadine. Yeah, that was a really fun time. Really good year. I heard
Yeah.
you went last year, right?
Yeah.
It
Yeah. Last year was awesome.
was
We
cold
got
though,
to kick
right?
the whole thing off. You know what? I guess we live in Virginia, so
Yeah,
January in Virginia is. I think when we got down there, it was snowing real bad back home here.
yeah,
Um, I think it was like, I don't know, upper 60s, just really windy. I was fine. I was in a t-shirt
yeah,
and just chilling, having a couple liquid jackets in
yeah.
here, kept me warm. Um, but I mean, I was fine. But everybody else seemed to be cold.
Okay, yeah, yeah. You can make because I'm like it's getting down to the 20s up here
Yeah,
now. It's
yeah.
man, my heater is
I think
just
you guys get a little colder than we do, but still gets pretty cold here in Virginia. I know Philly areas it can get downright real cold.
yeah, yeah. I believe the high today was 32, and
Yeah, it's what it was here.
okay, yeah. So I'm like 3 hours away from Winchester.
Yeah,
So
it's funny because when we went and played, um, Jake's team when they were done, they were like, "We're gonna go back home because they live in this area." Jake Cohn, um, he was like, "Yeah, we're gonna go back home, sleep in our beds, and then we'll meet you guys at the next place." And I was like, "Are you serious? That's like an 8 hour drive." I looked it up; it was like 3 hours. It's crazy that's that close.
yeah, it's funny. I think one of my friends he's never been anywhere, nowhere, and he was astonished that he's like, "Did you know New York City's 2 hours away?" I said, yeah. And he's like, how did
Yep,
you?
sure did.
He's like, how did you know that? I'm like, because I've been there numerous times. I'm like, how far away did you think
much
you were?
hours away.
Yeah, he was like, I thought it was like 6-8 hours away. I'm like, no, we can jump on the train right now and get there in an hour and 45, maybe hour and a half. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's especially when I talk to people from Texas, it blows their mind that within 10 minutes, I can drive through 3 states and then go to like Virginia or even like West Virginia, which
Yeah.
every time I've driven through West Virginia, I always wanted to take a picture of the Welcome to West Virginia sign. We always just blow right by it.
Yeah.
Which,
It's wild and wonderful.
yeah, it's funny.
You know, you should go to, have you been to the Purple Fiddle
No,
in Thomas, West Virginia?
no,
You should go there and check it. They have amazing acts that come through. Um, it's this awesome spot in the middle of the mountains in Thomas, West Virginia. It's a real cool, great music venue, great little town. And like I said, awesome acts come through there. And I feel like it's not too far away because last time we went and played there, there was a bunch of people from Philly that came down
huh?
to watch our show, and they said it wasn't that far. But that's a good venue you should check out if you're down for traveling.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out. At my band, we used to play West Virginia and Virginia a lot. I can't remember any of the venues. I don't even know if they're still there because that was prior to COVID. But
Yeah,
yeah, I've been meaning.
we're like 4 miles from the West Virginia line, us personally, so we play there quite a bit.
Yeah, and it's a beautiful drive, but just don't speed because you're coming back. Speeding in Virginia, you do it once, guarantee you never do it again. It's like
They'll
you're
hammer you.
yeah, if you're going fast enough, you're gonna need you're gonna need to be bonded out. It's nuts.
You might be staying there a couple days.
Yeah, and you're coming back.
Right.
You're coming back.
Oh, yeah, you will come back. You gotta
Yeah,
talk to somebody about that.
yeah, yeah. Will the defendant please rise? It's because it's
Yeah.
criminal. Not and I try to make sure everybody that oh, we're going to Virginia. We don't. It says 70s. Don't do 71 because
Yeah.
because up here it's NASCAR. It's
Yeah.
too
I've noticed that. It's no holds barred, no rules.
yeah.
People passing us on the shoulder.
Oh, I'm like man, I did that the other day. It's the philosophy is our taxes paid for it. Why can't I use the shoulder? Some places it's
Yeah,
legal.
true.
Up in Boston, when they certain
Yeah.
times the shoulder is fair game. It's yeah. Up here, I believe the saying is do 90 or die. It's
Jeez.
some of these roads like it's lawless.
Yeah.
It's you have to speed because it's how
To
you
stay
stay
with the
safe.
traffic. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my defense. I'm speeding
Follow
for
traffic.
safety. Yeah, you
I,
just
I lived right outside of Boston for a little bit, and yeah, it was I was scared driving. I mean, it'd be early in the morning. I'd be on my way to work, and just cars passing me like I'm standing still on the shoulder, scaring the hell
yeah
out of me. No thanks,
yeah
because you don't know you don't know if another car's broke down on the shoulder.
yeah.
That's what I always get worried about.
We the last time, man, we played a show in Maine. We got pulled over in Massachusetts for driving too slow. He's like, "You're driving too slow. Get out of the left-hand lane." I'm like, "We were trying to, but we're a long vehicle, and it was just like we couldn't get over." And
Yeah,
the only way we could get over was when you pulled us over. He literally said, "Stay out of the left-hand lane unless you're doing at least." And it was well over the speed. I'm like, we just got pulled over for driving too
are you
slow.
just telling us to?
Yeah,
I'll speed if I have to.
yeah. I mean, that's what we thought we were doing, and then we just hit this like a magical line, and we got stuck. But man, it was just so funny because we were like worried. We're like, and,
Yeah,
and you're trying to think like there's so many different things you can or can't have, and different states now.
yeah,
Just like,
and we usually have the thing that you can't have.
oh, that's 100%. It's
Yeah.
uh touring. So much fun.
Oh, it is. It's a
Yeah.
blast. You really get to know what kind of person you are when you tour.
Yeah. And how long you can go without eating, or and how
Yeah,
long
or showering.
well, showering. That's the one thing about the monument that was great. They had a shower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a thing that we're always excited about. We get to a venue and there's a shower. Oh man, that's golden.
Oh,
I wish more venues would have it.
yeah. Man, just doing like the body wipes. It's after a while, it's terrible.
Yeah. Good old
Yeah.
combat shower.
Yeah. Yeah. Like
I did a deployment and there was a lot of combat showers involved with that. So
I feel like
I'm glad most of the time we find showers. That's a luxury that I like to have.
yeah. Really like it's just go to Love's. Yeah, get you.
We
Number.
generally stick with Airbnbs. There's six of us, so it's not like we can all cram into one hotel room. We can usually get two, but we're all in like our 30s, 40s, and so it's nice to have like a place where we can just chill, and get ourselves back together, have a shower, um, kind of do your own thing and not be on top of somebody.
Yeah. Yeah, that's especially when you get older. When you're younger, you're not really. You're just like party
Oh yeah.
time. But
I'll sleep. We'll sleep in the van. We don't even need a hotel room.
yeah, that's and that's just like 10 toe up rest.
Yeah.
It's man, people don't really realize like it takes a lot. Like we're all having fun at the venue, but the road there could have been terrible because for some reason they can't make trailer tires durable. I
Yeah.
I don't know why they can't make
Well,
them solid. You're not,
we've we've been having issues with just our bus breaking down. That last tour, our bus broke down quite a bit, and yeah, when we get to the venue, we're all just kind of like, let's like relax for 5 minutes because we've just been like under the bus for 2 hours, barely got there on time. So yeah, it's it's tough.
yeah,
Like those things you don't think about, like the breaking down or the trailer tire break, and there's nowhere it's usually on a Sunday where nowhere is open,
yeah,
especially in the South.
yeah. That's what always happens. But what is
Yeah.
cool is with social media again. You can put, hey, we're on the side of the road here, and I love seeing that. Sometimes that's how bands get help from the fans and whatnot.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're more reliable than AAA.
Yeah. That's very true. We have AAA too, and I think we waited 6 hours on the interstate one night, and turns out the guy wasn't able to make it. So we were just like,
Just
we
sitting
could have
there.
been trying to figure something else out. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's man, when touring vehicles break down, that's terrible because it's never close to home.
Yeah. Right. And we just done a lot of work to our bus too, and none of it's like the reasons we broke down this last tour had nothing to do with like the motor or the engine, or it was dumb stuff like the tires falling off or the the uh the air intake on the tire keeps shearing for some reason. So you're driving down the road and you just hear psh, all the air's coming out of the front tire. You don't know why. It's like the dumb stuff that you prepare for to not break down. Something else happens. It's totally out of your control. It's the unknown stuff.
Yeah, that's the other aspect of musician. You were saying again, you're a bus mechanic too.
Yeah, and I'm pretty good with gas engines. Justin, our pedal steel guy, is really good with that. Chainsaw guitar player is really good with that stuff, but none of us know how to work on diesels. So, and that's pretty much all we've had the past couple of years. I'm slowly learning, in a hectic environment, but slowly.
Yeah, I don't know anything about diesel engines either. I
There's a lot of really weird things to know about them that if you don't do it and you do something else, like if you change a fluid, you have to change this other fluid or everything's gonna fuck up, you know? Like, and there's no way you can know it unless you go through it.
Yeah. The only thing I found out was when you run out of fuel in a diesel, it's a big deal.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I I was driving a boom truck and I ran out of gas in front of a prison and I blocked their intake.
Oh,
The only way in and out. And I was like, dude, I'm not booming prisoners out because they made a big deal. And I was
yeah.
young. It was Friday. That thing was, the idiot light, get gas, low gas. And I was like, I don't care. I had one more turn to make. Soon as I made the turn, I guess all the fluid went to the side of the tank and it just sucked all the gunk up. And
Uh,
man, those mechanics were
yeah.
so mad at me.
I know that's kind of a big process to get that
Yeah.
back. What's it called?
I guess
Purging all the air out of there,
yeah, and priming it and whatnot. And
priming it. Yeah.
because it was a big boy engine, and they're like, of all places, right in front of the prison. Right?
I
I'm
know.
like, my
Talk
bad.
about bad place, bad time.
Oh, that was a huge scene, but whatever. Now I know. I just
Yeah, you learned a lesson on that, but you've
yeah,
never done that since.
no. That was the one thing I was so glad is to finally get rid of my CDL. What a nightmare! Every time I got a ticket, you got to tell your work, and you're expected to be. You're considered a professional driver. And it was just always an
Yeah.
issue, and there's just so many regulations and rules. And I'm not lawless, but I just not a
You're
big
not a rule
rules
guy.
guy. Yeah,
Yeah, I hear you.
I'm civil, but if I don't believe in that law, I'm not going to follow it.
Right. Sure.
You're sitting 1:30 in the morning. There's nobody around.
Just go.
I'm going right through that light.
Sitting at a red light. Yeah. I've done that many times.
Yeah, what's funny is sometimes they put those red light cameras in, and I got five
Find
of
out
them.
later on.
I got five of them sitting next to me. The flash didn't go off, so I had no idea. And just people
Damn.
like, how do you run in the same lane? Five. I'm like, well, if you don't know it's there, yeah, that's a.
They
What
should
is it?
tell you that they're recording so you can't run the red light.
Yeah, they should have a sign. And it's just like it's in the middle of nowhere. It's just definitely they just know there's no reason for this light. Yeah, that
Yeah.
was a $550. They're expensive.
Damn.
But
Yeah.
yeah. Hopefully, they don't put the one by my house because that's optional.
That's too close to home
Yeah.
to be stopping the red lights.
Yeah, it makes me feel young. It makes me feel.
Like you got control of something.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly. But yeah, I wanted to ask, like, as a songwriter, have you ever like when you write something like vulnerable? Have you ever had an issue with that? Like, you write a song about something that happened, like, really sad in your life, and when people bring it back up to you, does that ever become a thing for you? Like,
No, I haven't really. I try to mask kind of like with with some like witty wordplay or something,
okay,
kind of what it really is, but I know what it means. Um, I don't know. I've it's never been an issue for me to kind of talk about things or write about things that are uncomfortable. Um, I'm an open book. Yeah, I've this is what I'm doing for a living, so
yeah.
you know, it is what it is. But no, I wouldn't say it hasn't been a weird thing for me at all.
That's good. Yeah, because I'm not like a singer songwriter. I mean, I've wrote songs, but
Hmm.
on like the public level, like letting people know, and I've had reactions to things, and I've told people, like this, my he, I called him my nephew, but he was like a cousin. He
Hmm.
he had died, and when I tell people that, and then I've had people bring it up and DM me, and I'm like, man, it was just weird. Like you kind of like relive the moment again and again and
Yeah,
again. And I just wonder, because I know some of the songs you have, or they're all they have that sadness in them and issues.
sure.
Just it's
Well,
just
I mean, that's kind of like what music is about, is kind of like getting your, it's more therapeutic for us, you know.
yeah,
It might be therapeutic for the for someone that's listening to it and being like, I can relate to this because I've gone through that. But for me to get it out there in a way that I feel comfortable doing, you know, it's therapeutic to me, big time. But I mean, if I'm putting it out there, I'm willing to talk about it, and you know, sometimes like I had, for instance, it's kind of hard to write on stuff that sometimes I'll be writing on something and be like, you know, I'm typing into something really emotional here. Like, I think this deserves a lot more emotion, this situation I'm singing about or writing about, you know? So I'll get self-conscious about that and be like, it's kind of feel like I'm underplaying the feeling, you know? So
yeah,
like I have a sister that passed away in 2009, and I haven't been able to come up with a song that I feel like honors her enough, you know what I mean? So I don't know. It's kind of a weird thing to think about. Like maybe I'm not emotional enough about this. That's kind of what stops me sometimes.
yeah. Well, you
So
know,
yeah,
with something like that, yeah, you, I feel like the song would find you at, at
yeah. Honestly, that's kind of how all my songs have been. I felt like they've found me. Honestly, that's a good way to put it. Um, so I know that there's going to be a good emotional song out there. When it finds me, I'm ready for it.
yeah. I also wanted to know, how did you find your vocal range?
Honestly, listening to metal music as a kid growing up.
Really?
You know, like the Used. Have you ever listened to the Used?
I know the name. I feel
They're
like
like a emo-ish from way
yeah,
back. I mean, just like those high notes or Devil Wears Prada. I'm a big metalcore gent, um, uh, hardcore fan. So like the Devil Wears Prada, it's a lot of screaming, but their singing is so high pitched,
yeah.
and I love that shit so much. So I would always just be singing with it. Um, and when I started doing my own thing, I kind of took that mentality with it, and I always knew I could sing like high pitch, but never really wrote stuff. But just kind of listening to those metal vocals. I guess I was training. I don't know.
Yeah. That dude, that's such a cool story because I know like I've had people with me that meet you and like you
Hmm.
said you're 6'3", you're a big dude, and we put on your music and they're like, he's a singer. I'm like, yeah, yeah, that's his voice.
Yeah.
Because
Honestly, the story. I don't know if you've heard the story of like how I figured out I could sing was my sister was a great singer. Growing up, that's all she did was sing all the time, and she made fun of me for the way that I sang as a kid. So I always kind of was like, well, all right, well, I'm just not gonna be singing in public. I'm not gonna be a singer. That's fine. I got in trouble in basic training, and one of my punishments was they said when I answered questions or wanted to talk, I had to sing. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. If I'm gonna embarrass myself, I'm gonna embarrass myself. So I would answer with just singing as loud as I could. And uh, after a while, I got in trouble for singing too much. But all my buddies would be like, "Damn, dude, you can sing." And I'm like, "Really? Oh, I never really thought I could sing. I always thought I was a terrible singer." And then that's when I figured out how to play guitar. So I guess probably the self consciousness kind of just melted off as soon as all my buddies were, you know, hyping me up about it.
that's that's so funny. It
Yeah, it's kind of where it all started. That's when I picked up guitar, started writing music, and before that, I was a drummer. I played drums in a metal band in college, and which I bought my first drum set off of Riley, our drummer now, a long time ago. Yeah, it's a long story, long funny story.
that's wild. Just
Yeah,
how like everything kind of like works out. Element
yeah.
it's incredible to hear like people's backstories and stuff, and just the odds of things just falling in place.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I feel about this band. This band, Low Water Bridge Band, kind of just like fell together so easy, so smooth that it's like there's no way this is not supposed to be something, you know? And we all feel that. So it's yeah, it's exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, I definitely feel like your fans feel that way too, because you can
Yeah.
you
Well, if you go to our shows, if you go to multiple shows, you see that not one show is the same. Every show is different, and it's just because we all know each other, you know, like we all know exactly what we're trying to do, or you know, it's we all just feel it. We feel the music, and it kind of just flows through us as a band. I feel like.
yeah, dude. I hope I catch you guys down at Mile Zero. I know you're coming in to do more podcasts, but I don't
Yeah.
really know how involved that's going to be. Like I'm just just gonna, well, it's like Mile Zero, man. That's the hardest part about Mile Zero is picking where you're going to go.
Yeah, honestly, that and it's so spread out, and you want to hit every single one of them. It's just impossible.
Yeah,
That's why you got to come back the next year and the next year and the next
yeah,
year.
yeah. It's like a lot of people will say like Mile Zero is expensive, but the festival's not itself isn't expensive. It's the lodging.
It's the
That's
lodging, yeah. And honestly, if you spent that, if you went and bought tickets for every one of the artists that you want to see, you'd probably be spending about the same.
yeah,
There's just so many really good artists that you can see under that ticket.
yeah, yeah. I
But yeah,
just
like you said, the lodging is crazy.
yeah. Well, you're on an island, and it's they
It's a
can charge
resort
it.
pretty much, the whole island. Yeah.
Yeah, if you can't pay it, there is somebody that will pay it. That's why that is
Yeah.
what it is, and just
Yep.
yeah, and it's just it's small. It was wild. Like
Yeah, it really is.
I asked for a shuttle from my hotel the first year. I could have walked to the hotel. I felt so lazy. I like he's like look. I guess normally people that look like me don't call for the shuttle and enjoy the scenic walk along the beach.
Yeah.
Because he was like, they're kind of like, all right, yeah, yeah, yeah. And then next thing you know, he's like, yeah, we're here. I'm like, oh, I felt so lazy. And it would have
You
been a
probably
great,
waited longer.
yeah, it probably
You
would have
probably
been
waited longer for the
a
thing, for the ride.
100%. And I kind of went out to look, and it was like it's beautiful down there. I'm like, I would have
Yeah.
enjoyed that walk, especially when you get off a plane all cramped up.
Oh yeah.
Oh man,
At least you're not driving all the way down.
yeah. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Here I am complaining of, oh, my 2 hour flight.
Well,
You're like,
we have stops on the way though, so.
yeah, driving it. Oh God, I've been in a car to Florida, and it's
Just
long.
driving through Florida is
Yeah,
a
it's
long
wild.
haul.
It's wild. You see the sign, and you're like, yay! And you're like,
You still got 8 more hours.
Yeah. Oh,
10 more hours.
yeah. It's like,
But beautiful state. If you drive through the Everglades, we drove through the Everglades last year, and that was cool.
yeah. I
I
imagine
hear the
one.
cops ride alligators.
Really, yeah, it's funny. I was up north here. We don't have to worry about gators. And
Yeah.
I I was dating a girl with kids, and we were playing by the water in one of the Carolinas. And somebody came up and was like, hey, you need to be careful. You're not from around here, are you? And I'm like, no. What's what am I doing wrong?
Why
And
do you say that?
they're like, there's alligators in that water. They will eat your kids. I'm like, oh, you know what? You're right. And I'm like, all right, get away from the water. It's just something you don't think about. It's like when I was
Yeah.
down in Texas, I didn't have shoes on, and I was waiting for an Uber Eats order. And the guy goes, hey, you ain't from around here, are you? And I'm like, no, why? He goes, because apparently you never heard of fire ants. And I was like, oh. I'll
Or
go get my shoe.
scorpions. I mean, they're all down there too.
Oh man, that is an animal. I would probably jump in your arms if I saw a scorpion.
Well, I'd be jumping into your arms. So.
Logan, Logan, help! Or just rattlesnake. Any animal I can't tell.
We're both just screaming.
Yeah, trying to be each other's island.
Yeah.
Ah! Dude, any animal I can't tell their temperament, I want nothing to deal with.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, at least with a big dog, you can look at the tail and they're like, okay.
And you're about to get
Yeah.
fucked up or not. But
Yeah.
dude, yeah, like snakes, small reptiles, I have a hard time with. I'm not scared of much, but like something so small that you don't see it biting you, that kind of scares me a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
And what do they say? The smaller the scorpion, the more deadly they are.
Oh, that's even worse.
So that's reassuring. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go to Texas.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry. It's a little guy. No, be worried.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
We played Texas one time. We went down to Austin and played South by Southwest, an unofficial event. And I love that state. I can't wait to get back and play. But after we got back, everybody was like, "Did you see any scorpions?" And I'm thinking, "Oh God, no! Are they there?"
Yeah.
I could have got eaten by one of those things.
Yeah. Like when they're like, you didn't check your boots? I'm like, why? You're like, dude.
Yeah, why would
Like
I?
that's a thing down here. You take your shoes off. You got to check them before you put them back on. Especially like farther down south. I mean, we have black widows,
Yeah.
but not like that. It's
Not
just,
in your boots.
yeah. Ugh. That I'm not. I don't. I'll
Yeah, I'm
hit.
good on that.
Yeah, I'll hit falsetto notes that dogs will start howling because I don't care, man.
Yeah, those things are no thank you for me.
Yeah,
I'll stick with the big scary dogs.
yeah, yeah. 100%. That's funny. It is weird how like just places you go. Obviously, things are gonna be different, but you know, there's like folklore and stuff you've been told your whole life that you just never would think to pass it on to somebody, you know, somebody from Delaware, you know, walking around bare feet. Be like, hey man,
Yeah, seriously.
there's stuff out here. Like,
Yeah, it'll kill you.
yeah. You know, up here we have not, you know, we have copperheads. But other than that, like
Yeah.
I'll go as long as I can without shoes.
Yeah.
I don't even think twice about it.
We've got a lot of like water moccasins, copperheads. That's about it. It's pretty safe walking through the yard here barefoot. Um, Even down by the river too. We'd never really have to worry about anything like that. So couldn't imagine having that in my brain all the time.
Yeah. Like Australia? Like,
Yeah. Oh yeah. We've been gaining some traction down in Australia, and I just made a post asking like where everybody's listening from. You know, roll call post. A lot of Australians are listening to our stuff, and they're asking when we're coming on tour. And first thing I think of is, man, everything kills you in Australia. So I don't know.
so, like,
I don't know.
especially like a lot of Americans don't know like kangaroos are a nuisance animal. They
They will
like
box you.
yeah, or they have like razor sharp claws. Like I was talking to a Wade Forster, and he's just like, you know, like I'm scared of the wildlife down there. And he's like, you know, you just gotta watch out for those roos and everything. But he did say that not a lot of American country artists know that they could actually, you know, have a market in Australia. Which,
I mean, I've been seeing our numbers bumping up in Australia, and kind of just like keeping an eye on that, and seeing that like there's a lot of like networks down there that are bumping our stuff. Not just me, but like our genre, everybody in our genre, they're really pumping that stuff out of there. So I would love to get down there. I've always wanted to go to Australia.
yeah, I've
I'd
never
love
been there.
to do a tour down there. Yeah, I hear it's nice.
Yeah, I thought that,
Minus the ruse.
yeah, yeah. My cousin did a tour down there, and all of her pictures. It's just looked like a beautiful place. I'd love to get there one day. And it's funny, like when I checked every once in a while, I'll check where my markets are. For some reason, Singapore. I have a big following in
Hmm.
Singapore. It looks like, which I
Interesting.
yeah, I was just like, man, that's and that
You could
happened.
be
Or
a star in Singapore.
it's funny, like sometimes people people will think like I have a lot of followers, and I don't. I don't have enough to like change your life kind of deal.
Yeah.
It's nowhere near it, and it's funny. It's like when people see that number and they're like, "Oh, you must get recognized everywhere." I'm like, "No, not even by coworkers." Like the other day, someone was watching a video and they're like, "Oh, it's Cody Jinks." I'm like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "You don't realize that's me?" You know, talking to, and he just stopped. He's like, is that you?" I'm like, "Yeah." Like that's me. And you talked to Cody Jinks? And I was like, yeah, yeah.
Of
Because I
course I
see,
did. He's my best friend.
yeah, yeah. Also, when you do a podcast, if people ask for, their numbers. I'm like, I would never give you anybody's number ever. That is,
Yeah.
so if you ever do that and you're in the club, you are out the club. Unless it's for anything that can make them money, never give out anything like that. But
Right.
yeah, and I always tell people just because I do a podcast with somebody doesn't mean like it doesn't mean we're like homies, man. Like it'd be cool, like
Yeah.
I said, you know what I mean. But I'm like, it. That's
We're
the
not going to
thing.
Thanksgiving with each other.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, it is it is funny when people see things, and yeah, social media is wild.
It is, man. It's a whole nother world.
It definitely,
Touching back on the Australia thing, you're a
yeah,
metal guy. Have you ever heard of a band? A lot of awesome metal bands come out of Australia. Some of my favorite metal bands come out of Australia. You ever heard of 12 Foot Ninja?
no, I thought you were gonna say Parkway Drive.
Oh, Parkway Drive. Oh yeah, that's a classic.
Oh
Um,
man,
man, if you haven't heard
no,
of 12 Foot Ninja, you should listen to 12 Foot Ninja.
I'm
That's like that's changed my thought of how I like to write music is listening to those guys because
really.
they'll be very metally and they'll get into um like almost like a Miami style Cubano type style of music, or they'll get into some reggae, back into metal, kind of like almost like what we're kind of doing, but just a little bit more blatant on their end.
Huh.
They're an awesome band. I would highly recommend them. 12 Foot
Real
Ninja.
like
They're out of Australia.
they kind of like El Nino, kind of like they kind of had
Yeah,
that.
I don't know.
They kind of had like different influences and grooves like that. I'll have to check that because I love
Yeah,
stuff like that.
yeah.
Like this is like
It's
what
like a
you
good
guys
mix
do.
of like yeah, they're like a great mix of Incubus, System of a Down, 311, and then some like heavy metal stuff. Listen to the song Silent Machine. If that doesn't hook you, I don't know what will.
Oh, dude, I'm definitely gonna check that out because I love stuff like that. Like you said, that's like
Yeah,
that's cool how that's an influence of.
yeah. And I just started listening to them like, I don't know, 2, 3 years ago. Just discovered them. One of my metal buddies was like, "Oh man, check out this band." Listening to them for years, and I checked them out. And no shit, listened to them every day for like 3 years straight. Um, a hell of a band.
It's definitely interesting when you find out like something like that about a band, and hear how you found out from singing. It's all this heavy
Yeah,
stuff, and then you listen
yeah,
you listen to the record, and when you listen to something like that, and you can just turn to the person and be like, yeah, this is influenced by like heavy metal, and
yeah.
it's wild.
Well, for me personally, I like not just like the singing part, but when I write a song, the instrumentation. I like for it to have like you know how some I don't know if you what kind of metal you listen to, but like gent music is just so unpredictable. Um, metalcore, so unpredictable. Time signatures are changing all the time. I love that stuff.
Yeah,
Stuff that's going to keep you on your toes, and you want to listen to it three more times to hear what you didn't hear, the time before. That's what I want to put into our music. So I'd say that's kind of like where my style comes from, mainly.
yeah, dude. I love stuff like that too, and it's like one of my favorite bands is Meshuggah, and
Oh yeah, I love Meshuggah, dude. Oh my God, yeah,
when people, man, I'll put it in the car and they're like, oh, all this is just this guy screaming. And I say, clap your
yeah,
hands to the snare drum. You can't. I guarantee you can't. And
yeah,
they're like, I'm like, exactly. That's why they call it math rock. I said, you know how complicated that is? And that,
yeah,
the interviews with Tomas Hockey, or whatever you say his name, where he's like, no, we play in 4/4. And it's just like, oh, come on, man. And he just, we
yeah,
added an extra, and he smiles because he knows what he's doing
yeah,
is super
yep,
complicated. I love those guys. And I love like Dream Theater, all like their songs are just so crazy of just the
yeah,
progressions. And man, I can't remember that song name, like Mirrors or whatnot, where they use like the guitar riff never changes, but the drummer
yeah.
changes the feel of the song, the
Changes.
time
Yeah,
signature. It melts your mind.
it's
It is.
nuts. It's so crazy how they do that.
Oh, I gotta make a video about that because it's when you listen to it. If you've never heard that or never noticed it, man,
Yeah,
it's very interesting to listen to music in a different way, and especially like when it makes you feel stupid. Like
yeah.
some of that music, you
But
just be like,
as a musician, I'm listening to this stuff and I'm like, oh man, that's sweet. I cannot do that.
yeah,
How the hell did they figure that out?
yeah, and then and sing
How?
and
Yeah,
walk around. I'd have to be
yeah.
like click track, stand like a robot, and
Eyes closed,
yeah, yeah,
concentrating.
in an isolation booth. Yeah, then these
Yeah,
guys are doing it with flashing lights and moving around, not looking, dark stage, and it's like wow. And they're all, and when you're playing with like time signatures like that, and being in sync with 4 to 5 other guys, it's
yeah,
it's incredible.
yeah. Especially like you said, with all like the strobe lights and all the crazy stuff going on. Yeah, it's. I always say, and I would think that they're that tight because metal bands tend to like really play all the time. I've never seen a harder working genre than metal. Um, I mean, those dudes will grind every single day for nothing, but
Yeah,
they're so tight, you know.
yeah. I mean, that's
I
why
guess it kind of correlates to what this genre too, but
I. Yeah, well, you guys are a 6 piece, right? Yeah.
yeah,
So you guys are doing the same thing, and you're doing it with which is even harder with less distortion. There's not a lot, not a lot
yeah,
to hide behind with you guys.
right, yeah. We're starting to lean more to like a more rocky sound. It's hard to even say that because there's a song that I wrote not too long ago and I brought it to our last practice. Actually, just finished it the day of practice, and it's totally not. It's hard to explain it. It's not what we sound like, but then again, that's like all of our songs.
Yeah,
It's not what we sound like, but man, it's stuck in my head so much, and I think it'll be a cool song. But like, we want to try to get more distorted. We want to try to fall more into the rock thing, but it's just wherever the song takes us is where we go.
yeah. You just jam it out, and everyone
Just
just
yeah,
finds their place in the song.
honestly, we'll bring it to practice. Alex and I write a majority of the songs, and we'll bring it to practice and be like, "Hey, here's this tune. It's this key. Do whatever you want with it." And then I'll just start playing. I'll play it probably two or three times acoustic, and then someone will hop in. Riley will jump in with the drums, and then Alex and Riley are so they're brothers, so they've got it figured out between each other. Um, Yeah, it's kind of how it works with us. Somebody will bring the bones of the song, and everybody else will just add to it, and we'll play it 100 times that night. There's a song we have. Two Stone to Care, Shark Eye Sean. I mentioned Shark Eye Sean. We practice at his house, and whenever we bring a new song in, he knows all the words by the end of practice. He's just hanging out drinking beers, and he's like, "All right, next song, let's try something different." 'Cause we'll play it, no joke, 100 times until we all figure it out. But that's just kind of how we do it. We like to pound it in our heads until we have a good song that we
Yeah.
think is good at least.
And then when the next time you go to play, it's you can muscle memory.
Yeah, sometimes we'll be like, "What the hell did we play? How did we do?" So that's another cool thing about having our in-ears is we can record directly through our in-ears. So when we have a practice like that where we're bringing a new song, we'll wait to the last part of practice, hit record. Riley will take it home and mix it and send it to us, and we'll just listen to it. And sometimes people find new things to try, or we're always trying to find new things to do.
Yeah. Yeah. And the one thing I always wish with the bands that do have in-ears to have access to the talkback, because sometimes
Yeah,
I would love to hear
Riley's.
that.
Yeah, my God, dude.
Have like a
Riley
VIP
has
experience.
the talk back. That's a good idea, actually.
Like rent out a receipt. You can rent a receiver for however,
It's
and then
true.
you can have it in your ear and hear what you're saying. Because sometimes it's hilarious. I always.
Oh man, Riley has the talkback mic, our drummer, and I'll be talking to the crowd, trying to beef the crowd up, hype the crowd up, and he'll say something, and I'm like, dude, that is way too funny to say while I'm like trying to be serious with the crowd right now. But there's be random times where you'll see all of us just bust out laughing, and
Yeah.
nobody's talking to each other. It's pretty funny.
Yeah. I see that, and I'm always like, I want to know what's going on, because what a lot of people don't know is, in a very loving way, musicians are mean to each other, and a lot of people don't realize that. I'll have people slide in my DMs and be like, sometimes I'll make fun of my lead singer, and they'll be like, "He's a good person. He's a really good guitar player. You don't need to talk down to him." I'm like, dude, I love that guy. You know what I mean? Like, I'm being nice.
I know better than you do.
Yeah. It'd be like, "Hey man, does that sound good?" I'd be like, "No, it doesn't even sound like you're in tune." And I'll smile, and he'll go, "Okay, hey, did you like that solo?"
Yeah.
No. Like, no, next time I'll play.
I mean, honestly, we feel like brothers, Like,
Yeah.
we're mean to each other in a fun, good way.
Yes, exactly.
And yeah, it's always pretty good.
Yeah.
Especially being on the road together for so long. Of course, you're going to have, funny things that pop up that you're going to rag on someone for the rest of the tour.
Yeah.
That's just how it goes. It's also being a dude,
Yeah. 100%. And it's, like, I love when bands have like inside jokes, and
Yeah.
they get to share it with the fans, like the Red Clay Strays when they changed his drink with the pickle juice, like, and nobody knows what's going on. I love stuff like that. Like it keeps it fun, and it also helps with social media.
Yeah, and it's inevitable. One show, one of us is going to do something stupid or say something stupid.
Yeah.
And we always have someone always hop in on that joke. What was it, Tommy Boy, where he says, "He's a big dumb animal, isn't he, folks?" When he's up on stage, we always throw that line out there. Someone's being an idiot on stage. "Hey, he's a big dumb animal, isn't he, folks?" And a lot of people will be like, "I can't believe he just said that about him."
Yeah.
As we're dying laughing on stage.
Yeah. Yeah. It's. I was actually going to make like a public service announcement, and just because like a lot of people realize that it's in a very loving way of how musicians will just say stuff, and when you're like, "Oh, that's not true at all," I'm like, "I know, he knows, I know, that was awesome, but
yeah,
I'm not going to tell him that,
But we gotta give each other a hard time.
Yeah, he's rhythm, I'm lead. There's a hierarchy. You can't ever tell the rhythm guitar player he did a great job, but he's going for my job. You got to knock him down a couple pegs. Yeah, like
it's true. Yeah,
we used to do like on social media, like, I bet you can't play this, and I'd send it to the rhythm and guitar player, and he tried to do it, and we go back and forth and we comment and everything, and people were like, "Man, you guys are really mean to each other." I'm like, "No, this is also how we keep practice fun
Yeah,
and
this
keep
is
getting
a form of constructive criticism.
keep getting better." Because one day he's gonna make a video, and I go, "Oh my god, he can play it. I need to practice a lot more." And
Yeah,
it's fun. It's how you keep it fun. I think is having that like
yeah,
friendly banner and
yeah.
yeah,
It kind of keeps everybody on their toes too.
yeah, yeah. It, it's always fun, and I always want to know what's going on in the talkback.
That's a great idea. We might try to do that actually because we do have a spare body pack. We might be able to just throw out to somebody, whoever wins a contest or something. Great idea. It's a really good idea.
Yeah, I've told a couple people about that, and they always just say like, "Man, that's like pretty cool idea." I'm like, because imagine going to your favorite band show, being like, that's like full access, and that's one thing I always love is more access. That's
Yeah,
the cool part. That's why you can sell VIPs. You know, you get to
right.
have that experience, and I just think I've never seen anybody do it, and I just think that's an idea that it might work, it
That's a
might
really good
not.
idea.
I
But
would,
you gotta,
but
you
then
gotta
you
make
can't say
it
anything too
for
crazy.
everybody. Yeah. Well, it's funny because Riley will he'll say something hilarious, and or one of us will hop on there and say something, kind of raunchy, and we'll always be like, "Man, I'm glad that I'm waiting for the day that you accidentally mix up the microphones."
Oh
And
no,
they got
that's
those. Don't say that. They've got these new talkback mics where you can use your microphone, but you gotta step on a pedal,
oh, I've seen them.
and it'll cut the live feed, but just stick with your in ears. I know my dumbass will forget to have just like my tuner pedal. I'll forget that it's on, or I'll forget that it's off, or something. So I'm gonna stay away from that.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. I'd be the same way. I,
Yeah,
I'm more of like I just like to have one pedal because if not, I'll leave something else on or just it's,
yeah.
people look over and
It's
like,
funny. The past 2 years, I've just really been getting into electric guitar. Um, I've been acoustic forever, and I got an army green olive drab Telecaster, which was that's my color. If you know anything about me, camo, olive drab, and Chinese buffets. That's all you need to know about me. Um, but I got the guitar and was like, oh yeah, this thing sounds pretty cool. And then I discovered the pedal obsession. So now I'm just wasting so much money on all these pedals, and I love it. I
yeah,
love it. It's
yeah. It's
a
funny.
whole new thing.
Yeah, I I use a Kemper, but I still buy pedals, and it's weird. Like I'll only use them like sparingly, but I for some
Is
reason
a Kemper one of those multi effects pedals?
it's like like a digital profiling amp. It takes like the
Yeah,
profiles, same as like the quad cortex along those lines. And
yeah.
but
I was looking at ditching my whole pedal board and getting something like that.
yeah, I'd probably buy quad cortex. Uh, I love my Kemper though. I have like a little one.
Hmm.
I can fly. I flew it to Texas. I had my whole rig in a backpack.
Hmm.
It's really cool, and it's the same sound no matter. You just you get your cable and you hand it to the sound guy, and that's it. You don't have to worry about
That
miking.
yeah,
You know, sometimes where you put your speaker matters because it bleeds over there and whatnot. I just like
yeah.
every time I turn it on, the same sound comes out. But
That's important.
yeah, and I get how there's some guys they'll lug around their tube amps forever because
Yeah,
that movement of air, the way how it sounds and hits you. But then again, if you're wearing in ears, you're not getting that either
yeah,
anyway. So
yeah. I was playing a Blues Junior, actually this one right here, and I just got the Strymon Iridium uh, amp simulator, which is like a direct in,
Hmm.
and so this sits here for practicing. I mean, I love not having any stage volume or having to lug that thing around because it's a tube amp, so you're always worried about the tubes getting messed up,
Yeah.
which this did recently. I just got it fixed, and it's just like I'll get a simulator that sounds exactly like that,
Yeah.
and I can practice it. As I like to practice on stage, before after sound check or whatever. I can be practicing that and nobody bothering nobody.
Oh, dude, that is 100% one of my favorite things. Is you can be sitting up there playing because I have to stay warm the entire time. I
Yeah,
can't have 15 minutes of I need to stay warm. And also, if somebody suggests something and it hasn't been a while, you can practice and no one hears you. You can be like, all
yeah,
right, here's the progression. Here we go. Instead
yeah,
of just kind of like looking over at the bass player and playing off the cuff. But yeah, that's
yeah. Or
another
just
cool thing.
figuring it out live.
Yeah.
That's always worse.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Eventually you'll get in key. You'll just be like
Hmm.
you'll lock in. Normally it's on the third verse, but
Yeah,
you'll get there. But
yeah.
damn
It's
it.
always that awkwardness up until then, though.
Yeah. Yeah, oh, definitely. And especially when you can tell the crowd's starting to notice. You're just like, oh.
Yeah. Then it starts to get worse and worse in your head, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's never good.
That's and that's why live music will never go away because
AI will never be able to replicate a live show.
no, it's
That's the only thing I can say about the AI thing happening right now is
yeah.
it will never replace live music.
No, and the people that would want to go to that, I don't want to be around people like that anyway.
Nah, nah,
Like
no
this is,
thanks.
yeah, it's weird. Like nothing's real.
Right.
You have to really investigate things now because, like, oh my god, it's. But yeah, like you said, like I want to see breathing souls. I don't want to see now. You can use computers
Yeah.
to run your lights and do your switching for you. That's fine. Use it as a tool, but
Yeah.
it'll never replace the artist ever.
Right. Because the perfect show has a lot of imperfections in it,
Yeah,
and that's the whole experience of the live show.
yeah. It- and the live show is different every single time.
Sure.
I don't care how great the band is or whatnot. It's different because sometimes the crowds are different, and that makes the musicians
Yeah.
play harder or play softer, or you know, depending if
Yeah.
did your tire explode on the way there?
Thinking about that stuff while you're on stage.
Yeah, yeah, get it in your head and whatnot. That's yeah, they'll never be able to take that. It's
Right.
they'll never have soul. It's man when you see artists locking in and getting it, and you may not ever see you may be able to follow them on tour, see them for years and years and years, but you'll never see a moment like that again, where like just
Right.
the magic was just like right there. I just recently saw it with man Cody Jinks. I saw him like three times in a row, or maybe it was two, and they played the same solo the night before. They played it the last night I was seeing them, and they crushed it. And I'll probably never hear them do that duet ever again like that. And
Yeah.
and it's like thank God I wasn't satisfied with just seeing them once. That I want to see it again because man
Hmm.
that made the whole night. Like as a guitar player, as a guitar guy, I was like that's why you drive a couple hours to
Yeah.
see a band because moments like that, like when people don't understand, they're like, well, if you already saw them twice, why are you going again? I'm like, because it
Because they got different variations of things.
yeah, like different venues, different feels, different man
People.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's the people that you're standing around with that make the moments, and you
Right.
know stuff like that. And yeah, they're definitely never going to take that away from the
There's no way. Yeah.
yeah. That's I know a lot of people are scared of it right now, and I think at the beginning people will be scared, but I think,
It's new. It's a new
yeah,
change.
and,
Use it as a tool.
yeah, I, I do like how the AI, you can type in what you want your guitar tone to be, and it'll give you a good bass. That's
Oh, really?
Yeah, I use that a lot, and it's just because I hate tweaking everything. It's endless anymore with
Yeah.
all the parameters, and just give me the knobs. Oh, that sounds
Yeah.
good.
True.
And then you start playing with the band. You go, oh crap, I got to move it again because now all your frequencies are being eaten up by the rest of the band, and
Right.
that's you
So
know,
you can load all that onto your pedal.
mm-hmm. Like yeah,
Oh, that's awesome.
it's like different profiles, and I just have like 5 channels, and I just like a progression of gain and whatnot. It's so weird that I primarily play clean now and only just use like overdrives because
Yeah.
I just remember the first time we went to re- we went to Nashville to record country music, and the guy was like, "What do you want?" I said, "I want a Bogner Ubershaw." It's like, for what? I was like, "Derek Distortion's awesome." They're like, "Distortion?" I was like, "Yes."
Distortion. What is that?
Yeah, yeah. I was like, I want a matchless. I want a Bogner. They showed up with it, and man, when you can put them in those rooms and crank the hell out of them, oh, they sound so good. Just when you get the cooking amp. I get why people will never get rid of them, but I like to hear.
Yeah.
I like my back, and the crowd appreciates it too because
Yeah.
it sounds better. That's like with like people.
Chainsaw, our guitar player, he uses he has a Fender Deluxe,
Hmm,
and he plays with the B bender. And dude, he cranks that thing up at shows. It is it's it can never be that tone that he has. I don't think it can be replicated, other than through that amp.
yeah. Oh,
I mean, I guess it could be, but who knows? I just like the way his guitar sounds through his.
yeah. Oh, it's when those tubes get hot, and
Hmm.
man, I absolutely love it. I still do love those guys that crank their amps and just they have them behind like big huge plexiglass boxes because they're so loud. But
Yeah.
man, uh there's nothing. Every once in a while, just I'll put my amp on and just jing 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 because it hits you in the chest. I love
Just
it.
chugging in a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you're like, now that I'm old and I care about myself a little bit more, I'd be like, all right, it's starting to hurt. And
Turn it down just a bit.
yeah, let's go back. Let's go back to the digital where I can kind of get there. It's not there, but
Yeah.
it kind of is. But you know, I'm
Yeah.
when I walk out of the room, I don't hear. Yeah, because
I
man,
hear that all the time anyway,
oh
but it helps not having that added to it.
yeah, tinnitus or
Yeah.
yeah,
I used to work under fighter jets, so coming out,
uh
those things are loud.
yeah,
Um, but that mixed with the like loud music playing, I'm sure I've done a lot of damage, but like I
yeah,
said, the in-ears, man, they really work.
yeah, they
They
do.
really have saved me.
Yeah, yeah,
Even like just hooking it up through my in-ears, like my amp through my in-ears, it just saves it a lot more too.
yeah,
I've been practicing or learning a lot more like gent metal type stuff. You ever heard of a band called Amir?
yeah.
So I just started learning a bunch of their tunes. This is my 7 string Jackson that I've been learning a bunch of their tunes on that. I feel like they're out of Philly. Maybe not. Is August Burns Red out of Philly too? I wanted to talk to you about them. I know they're PA.
Yeah, yeah. I think they're more. I don't know. They used to always play a Halloween show at the one club. They definitely are from PA. I know that.
That's one of my favorite all time favorite metal bands.
Yeah,
I
but
love August Burns Red.
what's that one out? Is it Constellations? I
Constellations. That's like their like bread and butter. That's my favorite album.
Yeah, those guys rock. And Man, I've never seen them live, and I have no
Me
excuse.
neither.
It's yeah.
Actually, I think they just came up to DC. They're probably around Philly right now. I know they're touring.
I'll have to check that out because I don't have anything lined up. I was supposed to go this weekend to see Dexter and the Moon Rocks, but yeah, I got
There
check
was
that.
when I was stationed in Texas, there was this venue called the Hangar. It was right outside of base, and I saw uh, Devil Wears Prada, Veil of Maya, Between the Buried and Me, and there was another band there that I was just like, "There's no way these guys are all in one place at one time." Man, I miss that stuff. I miss going to those metal shows. August
Yeah,
Burns Red is definitely on my list, though.
yeah. I feel like they've been around for a while. They're probably
Forever,
yeah. I'm like
forever.
I definitely have
I,
to see them.
I think they just redid their Constellations album. It was like a 20-year anniversary. They remixed it, remastered it.
Huh? I
I
didn't
like the
see that.
original.
Yeah, I've always
Or maybe
when
that's the album Messengers. I'm sorry.
yeah, I have to check that out because they have some great songs. I've always liked them,
Oh yeah,
and I'm always at the I'll be at the right place, but then I'll leave. You know, I always feel like
yeah.
that. I'll be in town and be like, man, I wish I had something to do, and then I'll leave, and then like, oh, one of your favorite bands is playing here the next night, or
Damn it.
yeah. It's like I was at a Guitar Center and I walked out and here like the Dillinger Escape Plan walked in and like just jammed out in the store. I'm like, I was just there.
That just happened to us. We were in outside of Gatlinburg. We're playing. Uh, damn, I can't remember the moonshine distillery, Sugarlands, and we went to this guitar store there, which was awesome. As we're pulling out, the Poe Ramblin' boys are pulling in, and they did a couple things there. We found out afterwards, but we're just like, damn it, we should have hung out for like 10 more minutes.
Yeah. Oh, like I I do love going to the guitar store. It's dangerous, but it's like
Oh yeah, that's why I go there with no money.
yeah, 100%. And they make it even harder now because now you can pay everything through your phone, and they're like, "Oh, you want a line of credit?" You're like, "Ah,
We'll hook you up.
of course I do. I'm a musician.
Yeah,
You can,
whatever I got to do to get this guitar, I'll take. I'll
yeah.
do it. Yes.
You take plasma? Yeah, I'll do anything to buy that guitar.
There's one acoustic guitar there that it had like a. I'm a big turkey hunter, and it had inlay on the back of a big turkey fan, and
On the
it was beautiful on the whole back part of the guitar.
really?
Yeah, it was beautiful. And then on the neck, it had like turkey feet, pearl turkey feet inlays. Oh man, and I really, really wanted it really bad. And I was like, "Hey, how much for this guitar?" And the guy was like, "Oh, there's only one of those in the world. It's $10,000." And I'm like, "Yeah, all right. Well, it's nice to look at."
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever get that guitar.
Yeah. That's I'm not a huge acoustic fan. I just never liked playing them. But I
Yeah.
played one that was if you can afford it, expect it'll make you fall in love with that sound, especially you
Oh
find
yeah.
these and man, you just look at the ticket, and you're like,
If you
get
find the right acoustic guitar, it plays itself pretty much.
yes, 100 because that's always my issue. Like I always feel like I'm fighting the thing, which I love on
Yeah.
electrics. If I feel like I have to dig in to get a sound out of, I don't like a floppy electric. I want something that just says, hey, try to move me because I like playing with
Yeah.
heavy picks and big, big attack and whatnot. But an acoustic,
Yeah.
it's not fun. The strings are, you know, 53 to
Yeah.
13. And
By the time you're done playing a couple hours, you can't feel your fingers anymore.
yeah,
Like it's just they make. I feel like they make acoustic guitar strings out of steel mostly. You know,
yeah. And then like
compared to electric, it's just a whole different world.
yeah. And then when you pick one of those up, like I know like for like, not like it was internet fat, the guys that do the tapping on acoustic,
Yeah.
you pick one of them up and you're like, oh my God, this is what I want. But you're talking dollar signs
Oh yeah.
to play something like
You
that.
gotta be sponsored
Yeah.
or really be saving some money up.
Yeah.
I have a hard time dropping 10 G's on an acoustic guitar.
Yeah. Especially
That's a
something
new
that,
band van.
yeah. Oh, yeah. And especially with nowadays with the environment of people, you know, somebody might
Yeah.
throw something at it, and I no.
Last thing I want to do is spend $10,000 on a guitar that I'm afraid to touch or
Oh,
take out of my room. You know?
yeah. Especially, yeah, especially just to sit down at a desk with it. You're going to hit
Yeah.
something,
Oh
and,
yeah.
and you're
And then
never,
by that point,
you're just going to end up,
you're just like, I'm done. I'm done for the day.
yeah. And
Put it away.
you're always going to stare at it.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be the first thing you always see, and it'll end up owning you.
Yeah. Yeah. One day I'll have that guitar. I think about it a lot.
Yeah. It's like
I think about having it and never playing it.
yeah. One day it will be mine, like Wayne's World.
Yeah.
We put it back in the case, Wayne. Not today. Line of credit. But yeah, man, dude, we've been talking. It's like almost 2 hours. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about?
Um, we're writing new music. We're thinking about recording some more. I think we're gonna do an EP, or an LP. We're not sure. We want to do a few singles. So we're in the studio and we're working on some stuff. So stay tuned for some music coming from us. And yeah, we're just gonna keep doing our thing, keep grinding. We'll be coming to your town soon. So let's party.
Yeah, love it. I'm glad to hear there's more stuff coming down
Yeah.
in the future. So yeah, man. Well, thank you for taking the time to be on here.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for having me, and I'm looking forward to catching up with you in Key West.
Yes, I am as well. Yeah, we'll pick. We'll have to pick. Maybe we both won't remember running into each other again.
If all goes as planned, yeah.
Yes. So yeah, man, I appreciate it.
Yeah,
So
for sure. Thanks for having me, man. Really
yep,
appreciate it.
yep. You have a good night, man.
All right, you too. Thanks.
All right, see you later.